Hey guys, ZubatsFTW here, and today we have our first episode of Wi-Fi battling instructions with me, your host ZubatsFTW. In this series, I'll just be showing you guys some tips Wi-Fi battling, and today's episode is episode 1 with team building, the most important part. One of the most important parts. A good team is about 50% of the battle, so you want to make sure you have a good team. So, right now I have my team that you saw me use in the last Wi-Fi battle. The easiest thing to do is start with a defense core or a wall. So that's pretty much a Pokemon that you want to be able to take all the hits. For example, you see my Weezing, which is my physical defender, and I have my Rainiclus, my special defender. Those were my two walls that I chose. I actually chose them first. Yeah. And, of course... my Mega would be also an easy thing to build around because it might be your main sweeper. Like, I have my Mega Aerodactyl right here. Very good Pokemon since it gets Rock Slide. 7th fastest Pokemon in the game. It's an all-around very good Pokemon. So what you want to do is, when you're building your team, of course, you start out with what you want. So, in this case, I chose Rainiclus and Weezing. So, Rainiclus is weak to dark type moves, and most dark types in the meta or the competitive game are physical attackers, so I put in Weezing. So now Weezing is weak to, you won't have to worry about ground type moves. It has Levitate. I'm pretty sure Excadrill you cannot get in X and Y, and VGC is only Pokemon you can get in X and Y, so you don't have to worry about an Earthquake. So you do want... So that's why I threw in my next Pokemon, of course, my Mega Aerodactyl. He's weak to Electric, so I throw in Bisharp. Bisharp being weak to fighting types, I put in my own Infernape to take him down. And ground types, of course, Aerodactyl is there to switch into, and so is Weezing. Aerodactyl is weak to Electric. Yeah. And it's weak to Ice as well, so I put in Greninja. So... my main weakness on this team is water. It doesn't show that much since water types aren't usually very fast. You just have Infernape can outspeed pretty much all of them. Aerodactyl can definitely outspeed all of the water types. Greninja is a Choice Scarf, so it can outspeed everybody. Bisharp is like pretty decently fast, so it'll outspeed everybody. So the next thing you want is moves. So on this Rainiclus, I got Confuse Ray just for big threats that have like maybe they've gone for 5 Calm Minds. Rainiclus can eat up a Calm Mind and then go for the Confuse Ray. And I have Energy Ball for those water types since my team is mostly weak to water. And since Rainiclus can eat up those special hits, I put in Energy Ball. Psycho Shock, that's Stab. I really like Psycho Shock. It's a psychic type move that's base 80, I think. When it hits, it'll do damage. It'll use your special attack stats, but it'll do damage to their, depending on their defensive stat. And Toxic, just to get rid of big threats if you really have to. And next is Weezing. So, here's Weezing, my physical defender. I don't need to show... I think, you guys can see the EV spread. So, this guy has Fire Blast and Sludge Wave. Those are main two attacking moves. Like, for some reason, not that many people use Weezing. Base 120, I believe, for defense, so it's very good. Black Sludge, just to get that HP back, I put in Fire Blast. Because most people don't expect Weezing to have Fire Blast. I don't think... people who haven't used one before won't expect it. Sludge Wave, Stab... base 95 or something, and it has a 10% chance of poisoning. I'm pretty sure 5 damage and 20% poisoning doesn't matter, because Sludge Bomb is base 90, I think, with a 30% chance to poison. But we have Will-O-Wisp and Toxic. So Will-O-Wisp, of course, since Weezing can eat up those physical hits, it'll just give a Will-O-Wisp, and it'll be eating hits for days. And Toxic for those big threats, of course. If Rainiclus for some reason goes down, our next wall still has... can take out the threats. But I don't think it'll take a... Its special defense is very low, though, so keep that in mind when you're team building. So next we have Bisharp, however you want to say it. I say Bisharp. Life Orbed, because with Bisharp, its defenses are pretty low, so all you want to do is mostly just get out as many attacks as you can. Defiant, because none of its other abilities are going to be that good. So Knock Off to get the item off, and it's a very good stab dark move in this gen. Aerial Ace you can get rid of those Mega Venusaurs very easily, those fighting types that you might be able to outspeed. Stone Edge for Mega Charizards and Aerodactyls maybe. And other fire types and such that might harm Bisharp. So like a good example would be maybe Arcanine. I haven't seen people use that in a little bit. Pyroar, I guess, if you're just having fun battle. Iron Head, of course, to take out any fairy types, because, oh, it's just Greninja who's weak to fairy, but Iron Head, you also have the 30% chance to flinch. Bisharp is a very good balanced Pokemon. Bisharp, I'll just switch between those two names. That's kind of what I do. But Bisharp is a very good balanced Pokemon because he hits hard and he's pretty fast. His HP is okay. Defense is okay, but special defense and special attack are just terrible. So that's why I like using Bisharp in a lot of my teams. So next we have this Choice Scarf Greninja. Most people would never use Choice Scarf because, you know, using a choice item locks you into your movie that you just used, and that kind of destroys the point of Protein. But I don't think so, because other Pokemon will have a variety of moves that they can choose from. They'll have Choice Scarf and they'll just lock into one move. Most of them will have U-Turn. Same with Greninja, okay? Greninja with this set can outspeed everything. I made this mostly to, I was battling or whatever, and I need an answer to Garchomps, because Garchomps are very fast. They can wreck teams very easily. So what I did was I put a Choice Scarf on my Greninja, and now it can outspeed Gengars, it can outspeed Alakazams, and it can outspeed, of course, Garchomps. It can probably outspeed Aerodactyl, which is very, very fast. So we have the Choice Scarf, and of course we're going to need to pack U-Turn, Rock Slide for the Talonflames and the Charizards, and we have Ice Beam, of course, for the Garchomps and stuff like that out there, and Hydro Pump for a good stab water type move. And that's really, there's not much to say about Greninja. Greninja's just a great Pokemon. Easily in the top 5 best Pokemon introduced in 6th gen. So next up, we have the almighty Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is the rock flying type from 1st gen, Old Amber. Pretty much what I did was I put in Rockhead. I don't know why. I think I'll change the ability, but give him the Aerodactylite, Mega Evolve him. His base speed goes shooting through the roof. Very, very good Pokemon. So pretty much what I did was I put Crunch on him. You know, it's a pretty balanced move. It's not bad. It'll take out Ray Uniclus. This isn't meant to be a VGC 2014 team, so other than Gengar, I can't really think of a VGC Pokemon that's... Chandelure, yeah. It'll outspeed Choice Scarf Chandelure, and it'll one-shot it. Iron Head, of course, for the fairy types, and the flinch damage. Rock Slide, super good spread move. Probably the best spread move in VGC right now, or in the game. Base, I know it's 90 accuracy. It's base like 70 or something, and it's stab. Earthquake, it's good spread move too. It'll hit your opponents and yourself. If you're in doubles, it'll hit the other Pokemon you have in control. But Aerodactyl is very fast, very reliable Pokemon, a very good Mega. Okay. And here we have one of my favorite Pokemon to use, Infernape. Infernape is very fast and it hits super hard. Not as fast as of course, Aerodactyl or Greninja. It's probably on par with Bisharp. Actually, it probably will outspeed Bisharp. Its attack is very good though, especially with Iron Fists. It'll make every punch move except close combat, you know, because close combat doesn't count, but every punching move except Sucker Punch and close combat, it'll boost it by like 30%. So Fire Punch is doing like almost as much damage as Flare Blitz now without recoil. So I slap weakness policy on it just because I believe that my Infernape will be able to take a hit at least one hit. You know, if I don't think being a good battler, or I don't want to say that about myself, but knowing your Pokemon and knowing your opponent's Pokemon, you can usually predict how much damage it's gonna do to yourself, and so you'll switch out. So I think that'll be easy for me to do. So yeah, I think weakness policy is very good for Infernape when you just know when to switch out and when you can take the hit. So I couldn't find a battle. Sorry if my finger's in the way. I can't really do anything about it. I don't think I can find a battle. I'll try one more time. It keeps saying around this time, the showdown's usually really busy because people are, playing right now a lot. And so it usually says, error, socket, hang up again, try again. But I know it won't work at this point, so thanks for watching a lot. My next Wi-Fi battling instructions video will be probably next time I make a video. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you want more Pokemon videos. ZubatsFTW, and I'm out.